Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Journalists suggest Thomas Partey may have missed Arsenal training earlier this week. Thomas Partey's fitness has been an ongoing issue at Arsenal, and it appears as though there is another worry on the horizon at the Emirates. Indeed, speaking on his YouTube channel, Canton has been discussing a recently filmed Arsenal training session, and he says that he couldn't spot Thomas Partey in the video at all. Canton noted that both Ben White and Zinchenko were absent from the video too, but those absences had been explained to him as both players were inside doing gym work. However, Canton couldn't explain Partey's absence, suggesting that the 29-year-old may have missed training due to injury. Canton shared what he and others noticed in this video. He said, "Now Thomas Partey was not spotted in the training video that was released yesterday, neither were Ben White or Zinchenko. We heard that White and Zinchenko were in the gym, so that's why they weren't spotted outside, but we didn't hear anyone suggest anything about Partey, but in that video, Partey is missing from those images. I couldn't spot him, other people couldn't spot him either. I want to give people a peace of mind that the video was from Monday's recovery session, so he could have trained on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and we have not seen any pictures. This is concerning to say the least. Of course, there could be a logical explanation for Partey's absence from this training video, but at the same time, usually when a player isn't spotted in one of these videos, it can be a bad sign. Arsenal need their key players to stay fit now more than ever, and if Partey has gone down with another fitness problem, the Gunners' title push could be in danger. If Partey is out for this weekend's game, the likes of Declan Rice could end up having a field day. Fingers crossed this absence can be explained and there are no injury issues to note. Journalist says he was told 18 months ago that Manchester City want key Arsenal man Mikel Arteta. Speaking on the Athletic Football podcast, Sam Lee has shared what he's heard about Manchester City's next manager and Mikel Arteta. Pep Guardiola has now been at City longer than he has been at any other club, and there has been plenty of discussion over the past 2 years about who will be replacing Guardiola at the Etihad. Interestingly, Lee says that he spoke to someone who knows Guardiola closely 18 months ago, and he stated that both Mikel Arteta and Patrick Vieira were in the frame. Lee shared what he heard about these potential Guardiola replacements. He said, "What I would say at risk of making my answers even longer, about 18 months ago, I spoke to someone who knows Pep and he knows what is going on at City, and we were speaking about who would be next, and he said that Vieira and Arteta would be in the frame. It's funny how football works. Vieira now, you'd say no way, and Arteta is almost too good. You can't get him out of Arsenal with what he is doing." 18 months ago, City may have had Arteta and Vieira earmarked as future managers, but it's hard to imagine that the situation hasn't changed since then. Indeed, the landscape surrounding these two managers has shifted massively in this time. Vieira's stock has fallen off a cliff after he was sacked by Crystal Palace, while, as Lee says, Arteta is almost too good at this point to convince him to leave Arsenal. Where City go after Guardiola remains to be seen, but one thing is for sure, replacing Pep will be one of the toughest tasks that the reigning Premier League champions ever take on. Arsenal prepping Reuell Walters to become first-team regular. Arsenal are becoming more and more well-known for their production of young players, and Reuell Walters could be the latest to emerge. Walters has been included in the first-team picture already this season after impressing at London Colney, and he is expected to be part of the future under Mikel Arteta. And according to The Athletic, Walter is indeed being fully prepared for the first team now by Arteta and his coaching staff. The Athletic reports that the Arsenal coaching staff have been hugely impressed by Walters this season behind the scenes. Walters, who is still just 18, is an imposing defender who looks set for a career at the heart of the defense, and after impressing with his footballing ability, The Athletic reports how the youngster has recently had quite the growth spurt, leading to the Arsenal coaching staff looking to accelerate his development. Walters will be looking to make a big impression between now and the end of the season, and with a big preseason also not that far ahead in the future, the teenager has a big chance it seems. Mikel Arteta has shown faith in a number of Arsenal youngsters this season, notably he gave a 15-year-old Ethan Nwaneri his debut earlier this season. Developing players from inside the club is massive at any level, and Arsenal seem to be hitting the nail on the head when it comes to their own development. Reuell Walters certainly looks like having all the attributes to be a success. The growth spurt mentioned is a massive plus as well, given so many players can often struggle physically. For Arteta, it's a bonus he is getting a player like Walters to come through in the days of huge sums being spent in the market. Bringing quality through is needed. Three Premier League teams eyeing Dutch midfield starlet Xavi Simons. Midfielder Xavi Simons has the potential to leave PSV this summer and is on the radars of Arsenal, Chelsea, and Liverpool. This is according to Vigaches, who says that the interest in Simons is crazy from the Premier League trio, who are all very hot on the Dutch midfielder. Simons joined PSV from Paris Saint-Germain in June last year and has scored 17 goals in 49 appearances, with 14 of those coming in the league, where he is a joint top scorer. The 19-year-old has the ability to play anywhere across the midfield, with most of his games this season being played at attacking midfield, versatility being key to many teams in this day and age. Simons could be a great backup option to Martin Odegaard at Arsenal, while the potential Chelsea have of losing Mason Mount and or Conor Gallagher this summer may allow the PSV youngster to come in and fill the void left by the England pair. Whoever gets their hands on the 19-year-old this summer or after next season will be onto a winner, no doubt about it. Juventus confident Arsenal won't be signing Dusan Vlahovic this summer. Arsenal are still keen on signing Serbian striker Dusan Vlahovic if he becomes available this summer. The imposing Juventus striker hasn't quite hit top gear for the Turin side since sealing a mega money move to the Serie A giants, but after spending so much on Vlahovic, Juve have been keen to see him work out. However, with Juventus off-field problems, there has been talk of a move this summer. Arsenal and Real Madrid are believed to be keen on the Serbian, despite having other teams keen on signing Vlahovic. Juventus are wanting to keep hold of their £66 million signing if they can, and that's a point that's been rammed home by Juve chief Francesco Calvo. Quoted by Fabrizio Romano, Calvo has said that as of now, Juventus are optimistic in keeping hold of Vlahovic as it stands. Vlahovic has long been courted by Arsenal, and the Gunners thought they'd get him signed before he joined Juve, but despite missing out, the Gunners have maintained an interest, and given their impressive season, and they need to make smart moves in the summer to somehow improve further, Vlahovic is an obvious target. Despite their obvious brilliance this season, there is still room for improvement in this Arsenal side. One of the areas they can improve on is in the number 9 position. A big imposing striker like Vlahovic isn't just what they need to enhance the squad. Yes, he might have turned his back on them a bit a few windows back, but he remains a top player. Arsenal's recruitment going forward is going to be massive. It will become harder and harder for them to improve the first 11 and the squad. Vlahovic does add quality. The big question really is if Juventus would want that £60 million plus fee back. Arsenal is scouting Gladbach midfielder Florian Neuhaus. Arsenal are among the Premier League teams to have carried out extensive scouting on a German midfielder, Florian Neuhaus. The Borussia Mönchengladbach midfielder has had a hugely impressive couple of years in the Bundesliga and has attracted a host of admiring glances along the way, and according to 90 Minute, Arsenal are among the teams potentially looking at signing Neuhaus this summer. Neuhaus, 26, has long been considered one of Gladbach's best players. A full German international, Neuhaus is a dominant presence in the middle of the park and at over 6 feet is not easily knocked off the ball either. He is admired in the Bundesliga for his excellent passing skills and calmness in possession, and the newspaper as actually compared him to Real Madrid superstar Toni Kroos at one point. Previous reports have linked Neuhaus with a move to both Manchester City and Liverpool in the past. Indeed, 90-minute reports that Liverpool are still keen on the German as well. Other clubs noted as being keen on the midfielder are Newcastle and Chelsea, while a host of clubs in Serie A are also thought to be interested. All the clubs mentioned in the piece from 90 Minute could do with a new midfield options this summer, and while Florian Neuhaus might not be the glamour signing some crave, he is a class act. Lauded as an exceptional talent for his performances over in Germany, Neuhaus certainly seems to have physical attributes to become a star in the Premier League. Arsenal would be a good club for the German to join right now. Mikel Arteta is building a brilliant side at the Emirates, and while their midfield is a good one, there is room for improvement. A cheaper option of the likes of Bellingham and more, Neuhaus is one to watch this summer. Declan Rice is increasingly likely to join Arsenal. Edu might be getting the deal he wants. Declan Rice is edging closer and closer to a move to Arsenal. According to the Daily Mail, the world-class midfielder is now increasingly likely to join the Gunners, and more importantly, the North London club could be getting a deal that suits them. Indeed, according to this report, there is a feeling that West Ham have shown their hand too soon, and Arsenal are now in the box seat when it comes to negotiations for Rice. Edu has often struggled to get favorable deals in the transfer market, being forced to pay big fees for the likes of Ben White and Aaron Ramsdale after multiple bids, but now he may finally be able to land a bargain deal with Rice. The West Ham star is reportedly Arsenal's top target heading into the summer transfer window, and it appears as though there is now a huge chance that he ends up at the Emirates come the end of the season. Of course, the fee that Arsenal pay will be dictated by a number of factors. West Ham are still in a relegation battle as things stand, but at the same time, they are on the precipice of winning a European trophy and qualifying for next season's Europa League, which would push Rice's value back up. Whatever happens, it appears that Arsenal will be strongly pursuing the England star come the summer transfer window, but whether or not they get hold of him remains to be seen. It certainly looks as though this may be Rice's final season as a West Ham player, and it's looking like he could be playing in a red shirt with Arsenal next term. This is definitely one to keep an eye on as we head into the summer and Arsenal look to re-establish themselves as one of the very best teams in Europe. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.